Any volunteers to do a recap, or you'll have to put it in me doing it?
Where basically we had some complaints on the management of security within this market we were browsing through. And the security people were especially uncooperative and unreasonable, so we had to teach them some manners. I remember the fight being interrupted upon the arrival of someone called the Witch. Right?
She never did arrive. We got out of there before she arrived.
Yes, we saw that her van approaching, I think, and we decided it was time to skedaddle.
Also, it's a little tricky because the term witch is an abbreviation for some kind of witch finder. So we don't really know, we don't think that person is themselves a witch.
I will.
There's something about that Ross was clarifying. And Akma was indifferent to the details.
It's just a terrible joke of mine, really. The Bonapartists are known for their interesting and eclectic approach to rank and titles within their quasi-army. And the local commander is called the Witchfinder General.
Okay.
But I don't know if you... I will give you that for me because it's nothing, because that's really just me making bad jokes. But you haven't otherwise found anything much about her or encountered her as yet. I don't believe.
And on our way away from the market, because I seem to recollect that we left the place, we found we were on a bridge with a truck, which we discovered actually worked, and there was no need to drag it like Okma in a display of testosteronic performance used to do. You only had to turn.
It wasn't that hard. It has wheels.
Oh, right. True.
I mean, there are good reasons to save your petrol/gasoline.
But right now we are using it because our walking pace wouldn't get us away fast enough. So we started the truck and we drove away from the market. And then, is there more for us to know about than that?
That was pretty much it.
I remember that we saw a signpost with a picture of a rat in a lab coat, if I remember. Let me check the image again. Oh,
the image is purely for illustrative purposes. So imagine whatever sort of rat in a lab coat that you would like to imagine.
No, I love the picture as it is.
And also that it does correspond to the coloring book, or perhaps our characters are not artistically critical enough to distinguish between the coloring book and the sign. But to us, it seems the same, correct?
Definitely, it seems the same.
Okay.
Excellent.
And we have company, right?
Yes, you do.
Right. We have Mark the Lemming.
Yes, Mark was the name. Who was friendly enough to show us where he thought he saw some signs that resembled the pictures in the coloring book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, which is how you came to be able to see the sign hanging from the lamppost.
Exactly.
Which was
so that I think that brings us up to the present.
Yes, that is pretty much it. So you are, I assume, pulled over near to this standing metal structure with a rat on a thing, mouse on a flappy, slightly ragged piece of material attached to the tree. And just to give you some context for where you are and what things are like, Mark has helpfully drawn out on the bonnet of your van kind of sketch map of his understanding of the local area. And he's very apologetic. He's only been around a few days, so it's not very detailed. But if you hopefully got an email from him, it has a little map.
No, I quite like it, actually. Let me quickly... it's very red, Ross.
I have assumed that your truck is red.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes
So
sense.
it is sketched on the dust, right?
Exactly, yeah. I like this.
Love it.
Thank you for this wonderful map.
Okay, so, thank Mark for lending. He has drawn this out for you. He's pointing out some of the locations. The red dot in the middle is where you currently are, as far as he is aware, having driven wildly away from the market, which is at to the top corner marked by an M.
Okay.
And near to which you can see a ship owned by the pirates and their captain, Captain Copperbeard.
There's our little bridge and everything, yes. Okay.
And then the slightly badly drawn B in the bottom right-hand corner, that's where he understands the Bonapartists to have their actual base of operations, although there are little checkpoints at various points around there as well. You're on the river runs from about a third of the way up on the left-hand side, goes under a bridge, around a little island which still has some standing buildings on it. Mark informs you that this is where he understands the archivist to currently be located. The archivist is what is the third on bow, as well as Captain Copperbeard and the Witchfinder, who run the market and provide safety and security. And then the area that you're in, there are still some standing buildings, but there's a lot of wreckage and post-apocalyptic devastation around you.
And there is an archivist, did you say?
Archivists, yes. The archivists are one of the cryptic alliances who are interested in collecting and protecting things from the past.
Well, we already have our thing from the past. We don't need another.
Mm.
That's you guys.
Really? Oh.
I'm not from the past.
And then up to the top left-hand corner, there are some cactuses drawn in, because that is the southern reach of the spine forest that comes down from the north. Is slowly encroaching into the area.
No doubt full of peaceful communes and lovely civilized people and tame creatures.
Quite possibly. Well, it's a good place to go to get ingredients to make tequila. The Gren probably sources her ingredients from that. So that was hopefully giving you a little bit of context to the local area. Might be more handouts later if I manage to get them finished. You are currently, as I say, in part of what was once a city and now a collection of ruins, mostly looking at the clue that you have found going to your possible.
I'm frantically looking at it, turning every mote of dust around it, muttering, "Where is it? Where is it? There has to be a clue."
Turning a clue into genuine useful information, I am going to suggest we do this as a this afternoon, into a skill challenge.
Think my conspiracy here is going to be pivotal.
Just to say about skill challenges, this one has to collect a number of successes in skill rolls before you hit a number of failures in other skill roll. Basically, but also there is it's similar to how you resolve some of your earlier conflicts in fights with using skill. It doesn't actually get that more complicated than that. I'm fine for the table which has useful numbers. Second.
Rules question. if Geiger isn't successful, is there a way for us to help? Like,
you can all take actions to help with this investigation. If you think you have appropriate skills to use, there are two ways to do this. One is to just make a roll which contributes to the challenge, and the other is you can take an action to help somebody else. And that's if your action is successful and your action usually help will usually be at a lower difficulty.
Or you can just get your own success in the skill challenge too.
Yeah. You can do your own successes, or you can make a helping action to give a bonus to somebody else. So
I am going to
what you want to do.
I am going to venture that my feelers right now are going to be helpful in locating creatures or objects that are invisible, obscured, or on the other side of blocking terrain.
I suppose that could happen. Well, as I say, you're looking around for any clue you can find related to this thing. I suppose feelers can certainly help you find interesting things in the local area. Are you therefore doing a perception roll as part of this?
I would say so, yes.
Okay.
My perception is going to be crap because it's based on wisdom, which is, yes, it is crap. I am also going later, possibly, to use my knowledge of such things as things from the past to try to gauge any significances in the location and orientation of that signpost. But first, perception.
Okay.
And it's a total of 9.
Ooh.
First failure.
Yeah.
I'm afraid so.
So I don't know. I think our current conspiracy whiz, who is Leica, should be doing the work here, or some of it.
I'm intending to roll conspiracy, and I'm going to try to find out if this sign or anything in this place may point us to kind of the next one. Some general direction.
Okay, yeah. That could be conspiracy, I suppose. Okay.
That would be 29.
Okay, well, that's certainly a success.
19 plus 10.
It's amazing. Okay,
Smart girl?
Using your evident vast experience of the weird and strange behaviors of the old ancients, with the conspiracy check, you are able to follow a trail of metal stumps and scraps of canvas and things like that, which indicates there is a whole plethora of these, or a vast number of these, going down the side of the road and round the corner, round another corner, leading you in a direction which perhaps indicates where you might find more information and more of these, more information, or perhaps even something more directly related to these strange scientific mites.
So I'll spin the wheel to go where Leica is indicating, and I'll call back to Geiger. Hurry up, Geiger, if you want to see your mice. Quit messing around in that trash heap.
I just
get your feelers out of there. You don't know where it's been.
I just jump in, follow Leica, and look in the direction she's looking at, and nodding, and lost in my thoughts, trying to make sense of this current layout. Breadcrumbs.
Okay, cool.
So yes. I will, being behind the wheel, I of course have to participate as well as I choose where to go. Since we haven't beaten the skill challenge yet, I'm assuming that the signs are not quite as clear as we would hope. And so I'm going to, I do have some hope with a conspiracy roll, but it's nothing like Leica's.